Hello everyone, this is G-Shock High Fashion Channel. Today I have another vintage G-Shock that I'm going to show to you guys. Starting from the back plate, because there's a surprise after this. Anyway, starting from the back plate, this is the GT-000 Casio G-Shock G-Cool series, moisture resistant 20 bars, stainless steel back, Japan C. This guy operates on 1524 modules. So from that model number, we could know right away that this model is the international release. I mean, because I have not G-Shock. Look at the backplate for both of this model. Both of them is Casio G-Shock GT-000 G-Cool series. All of them are just the same except the module number. This one is 1524, this one is 1514. 1514 equals to JDM release, which means it have the ability to store Japanese letters in them. In this case, however, they don't have that feature, so this will be the international release for the non-Japanese. And this is the watch. If you are a big fan of vintage, or if you are a big fan of a G-Cool lineup and you have a bunch of them, or you just know about G-Cool in general, you'll know right away there is something odd going on this model I got on my hand right now. And that is because I already customized this piece. I'm not sure if you guys haven't noticed yet, but I'm not gonna go in that. If you guys have noticed that, good for you, but I'll get to that after. Let's have a look on the side. We're looking at standard buttons for, every G-Cool had the same profile. For this series, if I'm not mistaken, altogether for the JDM release model, we have like 90 pieces of G-Cool out there in the market somewhere, and we have like 4 to 5 variations of G-Cool G-Shock watch, which is insanely a lot. The one I'm holding now is, I believe, the GT-000. But the JDM model will be the GT-00J-1, and this was released in November of 1996, which is also means this is the first release, the first G-Cool generation that was produced or released in the market. So the one I'm holding now is the first G-Cool, and that's why there have been some issues with electronics. It's already broken, that need to be fixed, and now they fixed it, and this is the result. I'll get to that after if you haven't noticed yet. If you already does, good for you. Alright, from both sides, they're just the same. Brown button, and we have gold screw over here, standard silver screw over here. Both sides feel the same, so the interesting part about this model is this combining black and gold and a little bit of grayish, which makes this very unique and beautiful. This upper bezel is in gray. They have this not engraved, actually popping out a little bit, you can feel it up there. So G-Shock, split or start, stop, and all those functions that a G-Cool model have. The light button will be in the middle here, also in gold steel material, look at that. It is in bluish EL. This will be the watch band. It is connected with this, or supported with this, I believe this is plastic part, but it looks very unique as well. They have this sort of metallic finish. And by the way, I also need to tell you that I also had tempered with overall this piece, like repaint or refurbish, I guess they call it, where you fix everything again, remove all the scratch, and make it looks brand new again. This guy is already 20 years old, and even the end is already broken, so I really need to fix them all out. And I'm sorry, I'm not the one who fixed this. I actually asked a favor from someone else to do it for me. I don't have the time to do all this. I have plenty of other things to do. So I have someone else to do it, and I got it, and it did a very great job. Look at that. Look at all the details in there. You can see some imperfections, but it's way better than it was before. Like, you just have to believe me, it looks way horrible. No one would ever buy or get that G-Cool. If you have a look at the before photo of this model, the one I'm holding now after looks way better, of course. If you are a fan of vintage, you're probably gonna find this interesting. If you're not, then you're not. So anyway, back to the watch band. We have a bulge over here on top for extra texture to match with overall build. Very interesting. Both sides go the same, by the way. And the watch band is one of the most interesting part about this specific model. G-Cool, they have like several variations for the watch body and also several variations for the watch band as well. The one I'm holding out is full resin. The one at the back here is resin and also leather and nylon combined. And we also have full steel, we have leather and steel, we have nylon and leather, we have full leather, and a lot of material have been used. It seems like Casio have been experimenting on several variations of strap adapters and all that on the G-Cool lineup. So anyway, back to this watch band. Look at that. We have a pretty thick watch band. Look at that. Look at how thick the watch band is. I'm very impressed on the quality of build of this piece, considering that the retail price is only about 17,000 yen for the JDM model. I'm pretty sure the one I'm holding here is way less than that, so keep that in mind as well. And we're looking at single buckle holes, which is very big. I believe similar to I don't have any example at the back here, but not a lot of G-Shock have this single huge buckle in the middle today. And the watch band feels very thick, feels very solid and robust, no cracking at all of even after years of beating. And looking at the bottom part of the watch band, you know it have this slightly curve inward to give more insulation and more comfort fit. I'll get to that after. Alright, same goes with this part of the watch band. Let's have a look at the code first. 451H2A16. Same goes with this top part of the watch band over here. Look at that. Everything goes the same. This is the original band keeper. Simple band keeper, by the way, so not too much on that. The buckle, however, is very impressive. Look at how thick that thing is. It almost feels like you're wearing the King G-Shock buckle. Look at how big this thing is. I mean, look at that. That thing is incredible, and it is indeed in IP processed to gold and feels really tough. And I mean it. This thing, oh my god, I'm really impressed with the quality for the watch band that they used on making this G-Cool. I wish Casio actually used this something here on recent release models instead, because I mean this thing feels incredible, man. Right, at the back plate again, we're looking at these two parts over here. This is all the protection that you're gonna have to protect the back part of the watch. The front part is protected by the bezel, and the sides, of course, by this two thing over here, and also the watch band. It seems like we don't have any sign at all. Oh yeah, we have them. Look at that, Japan buckle sign below here. It is totally different. I don't have, I can't see any Casio writing at all. Probably we don't have Casio on here, right? Yep, we don't have any Casio, so just Japan on there. So you know, this watch is kind of like made in Japan. They didn't even have Japan C, but I believe the C over there stands for the factory that this watch was made out from. So probably not in Japan, since the one that was made in Japan have Japan Y in there. So yeah, that's a thing you need to know as well. This is a totally similar watch, but let me compare side to side as well. This one at the back here was customized and originally was released in 1999. This is the OG, the one was released in 1998. Look at how long the watch band is, slightly longer but still short compared to all this model we got at the back here. This model is slick. I mean, the casing is exactly similar. Also, of course, at the back here being customized and all that. I mean, the buckle on here feels cheap. But this guy though, this guy, man, I'm very impressed. And it feels tough as well. And anyway, let me compare to you guys side to side, just in case you haven't noticed. What makes a G-Cool a G-Cool? Aside from the watch band and also the casing, and that will go to the display. I mean the engine itself. A G-Cool consists of one positive display and another upper display in negative. They call it the hologram display because it is in green colorway. There it is. I think we'll show it now. You really need to view it from a certain angle to know that it is in green. Look at that. So it is in green. If you guys have a look at this one I'm holding right now, it is not in green. It's like totally different thing. And the engine, as I already mentioned before, the original engine on this piece is already broken, and it is almost impossible to find replacement parts for this G-Cool model because they are already dead stock. They actually don't exist anymore in a great condition. So I asked my friend to repair this, and what he did is that he used a DW003 G-Shock, a vintage model engine, and placed it in here. And that is it. Seems like both of them have similar size engine. The only thing that makes both of them incompatible is that the faceplate. And what it is that to make sure that both of them are compatible or can be used, you actually engrave, or look at that, look at all the horrible detailing over here, but you can see that this part have been cut off to make space for the lighting, or the auto light if I'm not mistaken, on this piece. You know what, let me turn this thing off. Let me try to turn that thing off. There it is. Look at that. A G-Cool didn't have that features. Let me try to show it to you guys. How about show you guys the test screen? Look at it. So a G-Cool also have an auto light which is downhill. That is the sign. For this model, look at that. It's totally different. Let's turn the auto light on. There it is. I believe this is the flash, not the auto light. However, the backlighting is not the same as, of course, this one is in green. This one is, of course, lighter or brighter. I mean, I use a different engine on this piece, so technically the one in here, even though it's the GT-000, the one in here is actually W003, and the model number definitely not 1524. So originally, you are going to expect this engine in here, and we're gonna have a function called the, home time, telephone number, schedule, vital, alarm, stopwatch, and of course a key lock to lock your watch. Yeah, you could lock your watch on a G-Cool, which is very impressive, just in case you guys didn't know. Since I already swept the engine on here, so you're not gonna see any of those functions anymore. We're gonna have dated and time of home time, alarm, a timer, stopwatch, and simple back to home time. That's about it for the engine and what had been changed in this first release, first generation G-Cool. Let me show you guys a quick wrist check as well. And by wearing this, I'm guessing because of the rigid or the robust or the toughness of the watch band, it feels pretty odd, not as comfortable because this thing is hard. So yeah, I'd rather wearing this one instead, because the watch band on here, this nylon and leather version, if you find one of these, I highly recommend it to get this, because this is way more comfortable. If you are able to get this in a best condition or mint or excellent, get this version instead. This is way more comfortable in my opinion. This one not as much, but indeed this thing gonna last you way longer than this one is. This guy already cracking. This guy, look at that, not even a single sign of cracking, and they don't have any extra tongue popping out at the back there as well, so you know right away this is indeed a very incredible, very, just nice. Everything on here is just nice. The sizing is small, the watch aren't too big, the watch is slim, the watch band is thick, it is strong. Not the electronic thing, sorry, broken, but you get the idea. Let me pull this back out. So that's about it on the wrist check. If I'm not mistaken, the weight of this feels different as well, since I already changed the engine. Before I get to the size, let's measure the weight of this G-Cool. Since the watch band is different, I'm guessing this thing gonna weigh heavier. So we're looking at 65 gram for this G-Cool. We're looking at 57. Yeah, this thing indeed feels lighter, probably because of the watch band. Anyway, done on the weight, so you know right away this one is pretty comfortable. 60 gram is almost like a standard weight for G-Shock we got today, so not a big deal at all. The watch band are tapered, I believe. So let's measure the sizing for this adapter part. We are looking at 24 millimeters adapter up here, and the watch band at the tip we're looking at 20 millimeters. The lug, let's see, the lug will be about, yeah, the lug will be about 16, I guess. Yeah, the lug will be about 16 millimeters. So I believe that is standard size for most G-Shock. So the best way, I believe, is for me to remove this watch band and use this on a newer version G-Shock instead. Because this watch band on here feels incredible. So 16 millimeters size for the lug to lug distance on this specific model, the first generation, will be about 36 millimeters, and the thickness, I believe they're just the same. We're looking at 14 millimeters, which is very slim. The width will be about 40. No, I missed it. Somewhere around. It should be somewhere around here. 45, 44, 46 millimeters. Pretty big, but that is on the biggest point. On this side, however, we're looking at only 42 millimeters. So it is almost similar to most Swiss-made watches out there. So it's not a big deal. If you are just introduced to G-Shock, I mean, this is a good thing as well to wear. I mean, the used market price for this aren't that expensive as well. So yeah, it is a bargain thing to have. Just make sure that you get the one in a great condition or damage and all, because the cost to fix this is not gonna be cheap, you know, because the parts for this is almost going to extinction. But anyway, that's about it that you guys need to know on this first generation G Cool. I hope you guys found this video useful, informative, and somehow entertaining as well. For future reference, leave a like if it does helping you somehow, and also subscribe to see more contents like this in the future. Thank you very much for watching, guys. This is G-Shock High Fashion Channel, and
Thinking of you, maybe I'm painting blue. What I'm